Look around. Feel it. That silence in the air. That's not peace. That's the sound of everything that's been lost. The emptiness that stays when the world moves on, and you're still standing there, trying to pick up the pieces. I didn't ask for this life. I didn't choose this road. It was thrown at me, like a storm I couldn't run from. One day everything was normal, and the next, I was forced to be someone I didn't want to be. Strong, brave, a fighter. But nobody tells you what it really takes to be that. They all say pain builds strength. They say hard times shape us. But what they don't say is that sometimes it breaks you first. Sometimes it tears everything you are into pieces before you even learn how to fight. Every scar I have, every memory that haunts me, it's not from victory. It's from sacrifice. From nights spent staring at the ceiling, wondering if I'll make it through the next day. From people I loved who are no longer here. From promises I couldn't keep. From pain I didn't think I could survive. They call me a warrior. They think that word means I'm fearless, that I wake up every morning with a fire in my chest. But the truth is, I wake up scared. Scared I won't have the strength to get back up again. Scared this fight might be the one that finally ends me. Scared that all of this pain, all of this struggle, might mean nothing. You want to know what strength really is? It's getting back up even when everything inside you is screaming to stay down. It's walking forward when your legs are shaking. It's choosing not to quit, even when quitting feels like the only way to make the pain stop. And no, it's not easy. It never is. Because every day I carry the weight of the ones who didn't make it. I remember their laughs, their dreams, their faces. They're not just memories, they're the voices in my head that say, don't stop, keep going, do it for us. So, I do. I keep moving, even if I must crawl, even if I must drag myself through the mud, through the pain, through the silence. I am moving because I must, because stopping is not an option, because someone has to carry the flame, even if it burns their hands. People think the battle is out there with enemies, with the world, with obstacles. But the real war, it's inside. It's in your heart, your mind, your soul. It's the quiet voice that says, you can't do this, and the louder voice that screams back, yes, I can. I've fought that war every day, and some days I win, other days I lose. But I never stop showing up. You see, this world doesn't care how much you've been through. It doesn't care about your pain, your scars, your losses. It keeps moving, cold, fast, without mercy. But I care. I care enough to keep going. I care enough to hold on to the memory of every person I lost. I carry them in every step, in every breath, in every tear I don't let fall. This fight, it's not for glory, not for medals or cheers. It's for the ones who can't fight anymore, for the ones who gave everything, for the ones who never got the chance to see tomorrow. And maybe I won't see peace either. Maybe this road leads to nothing but more storms. But I'll keep walking, because I have to. Because if I stop now, everything I've endured, every sacrifice, it all becomes meaningless. They think being a warrior is about having no fear. But I know the truth. Warriors feel everything. We feel pain. We feel loss. We feel fear deep in our bones. But we don't let it stop us. We keep fighting even when we're broken. We keep moving even when we're tired. We keep believing even when hope is just a small whisper in the distance. So if you're out there, feeling like you're alone in the fight, you're not. There are others like you, like me, walking the same path, facing the same darkness, carrying the same weight. And maybe we don't have all the answers. Maybe we're all just trying to survive another day. But we do it, together, even if we don't know each other's names. Because that's what warriors do. We rise, we bleed, we cry. But we don't give up. Not now, not ever. They say time heals all wounds. I disagree. Time doesn't heal everything. Some wounds go too deep. Some pain stays, buried under the surface. hiding behind every smile, every laugh, every quiet moment. You move forward, but that pain walks with you like a shadow that never leaves. I still remember the people I lost, not just their names or faces, but the way they made me feel safe, seen, alive. And when they were gone, it felt like the world stopped spinning, like everything I believed in cracked in half. But the world didn't stop. It kept going. The sun still rose, the nights still came, and I had to learn to move without them. That's the hardest part, learning to live in a world that no longer feels full. They were part of me, and now they're part of my silence. People often ask, why do you keep going? And the answer isn't always clear. Sometimes I don't even know, but I think deep down, I keep going because I'm afraid that if I stop, I'll lose what's left of them. That if I quit, their memory disappears with me. So I fight every day, not just for me, but for them. And the truth is, there were days when I almost gave up. Days where the weight was too heavy. When I felt like screaming, what's the point of all this pain? But then something would remind me, a voice, a memory, a promise I made when they were still here. I made a vow to keep going, to never let their story end with silence. I walk forward carrying their dreams, their love, their strength. They may be gone, but their light still burns in me. I've come to understand that strength isn't just about pushing through the pain. It's about carrying the pain with grace. It's about walking through hell without letting it turn you into a monster. It's about staying kind, even when the world isn't. That's real power. There were times I trusted people who turned their backs. Friends who said they'd be there forever, but left the moment things got hard. They called themselves loyal. But loyalty doesn't disappear when life gets dark. Loyalty shows up when everything is falling apart. It's standing beside someone when you have nothing to gain. It's keeping your word, even when no one is watching. That kind of loyalty is rare, but when you find it, you protect it with your life. I lost many, but the few who stayed, they became family, not by blood, but by bond, by pain shared, by battles fought together. They didn't run when things got ugly. They stayed. They fought. They reminded me of who I am when I forgot, and I'll never forget them, because in a world that constantly changes, where people walk in and out like it's nothing, the ones who stay are everything. Sometimes, I walk this path alone, not because I want to, but because I have to. Not everyone understands this journey. Not everyone can handle the weight I carry. And that's okay. This path wasn't meant for everyone. It was meant for those who were broken and still chose to stand. For those who lost everything and still kept going. For those who cried silently and still wiped their own tears. For those who were hurt deeply, but never let it harden their heart. That's who this road is for. We don't ask for recognition. We don't need applause. We just need the strength to take one more step, to get up one more time, to keep breathing, even when it hurts. And every step forward, that's a win. Even the small ones, especially the small ones, because every small step adds up. One day, you look back and realize you climbed a mountain you didn't even know you were on. That's the beauty of the struggle. You don't see the growth right away, but it's there. In the way you don't break as easily, in the way you get back up quicker, in the way your heart keeps loving, even when it's been shattered. That's strength. And here's the truth. You don't have to be loud to be strong. You don't have to scream your pain. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. The battle is yours. The fight is inside you. And if you're still here, still trying, still breathing, you're already winning. So no, time doesn't heal everything, but it teaches you how to live with the pain, how to use it, how to carry it without letting it crush you. I carry my pain like a badge, not to show off, but to remind myself of how far I've come, of what I've survived, of who I am now. I'm not the same person I was. I've changed. I've grown. I've learned to let go of people who didn't deserve my loyalty. I've learned to protect my peace. I've learned that sometimes walking alone is better than walking with people who don't see your worth. And most of all, I've learned that no matter what, I'll keep walking through the storms, through the silence, through the loneliness, through the memories that hurt. I'll keep walking, because if I stop, everything I've endured will be for nothing. I didn't come this far just to break now. I came this far to become something more. Some people think the hardest battles are fought in the world, in war zones, on the streets, or behind closed doors with fists and noise. But no, the hardest battles are the quiet ones, the ones inside your own head, the ones you fight when no one else can see, when you're lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, and your thoughts won't let you sleep. That's the real war. It's the fight against doubt, against fear, against the voice that tells you you're not enough. You'll never make it, why even try? That voice is cruel. It knows your weaknesses. It knows exactly where to strike. And the worst part, it sounds like you. That's why it's so dangerous. But here's what I've learned. That voice is a liar. It's born from pain, from trauma, from all the moments you were told you weren't good enough. But just because it's loud doesn't mean it's right. You have to fight back, not with anger, not with hate, but with truth. You are stronger than you feel, wiser than you think, braver than you know. You've survived things that would have crushed others. You've stood when you had every reason to fall. You've kept going when you had nothing left. That's not weakness. That's power. Real power isn't about control or fame or muscles. It's about endurance. It's about being broken and still choosing to heal. It's about being tired and still choosing to try. Every single day you wake up and decide not to quit. That's power. And maybe no one sees your struggle. Maybe the world doesn't applaud you. Maybe you cry behind closed doors and put on a brave face for everyone else. But let me tell you, what you're doing is heroic. You are your own kind of warrior. The world teaches us to measure success by trophies and money and status. But real success, it's quieter than that. It's choosing peace over revenge. It's choosing love over bitterness. It's choosing to rise, even when everything inside you says, stay down. Some days, you'll feel lost. Some days, you'll take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. But don't let that discourage you. Healing isn't a straight line. Growth isn't clean. It's messy. It's painful. It's slow, but it's worth it. You're building something no one else can see. A stronger you, a wiser you, a version of yourself that can't be broken by the things that once shattered you. And don't forget this. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some will question your choices. Some will mock your pain. Some will leave when you need them the most. Let them go. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Not everyone can handle your growth. Some people were only meant to be chapters in your story, not the whole book. You can forgive them. You can wish them well, but you don't have to carry them. This is your path now. Yours alone. It won't be easy. There will be days when you want to go back to comfort, back to old habits, back to the places that felt familiar, even if they hurt you. But comfort is not always safety. Familiar is not always right. Sometimes, growth means walking away from everything you once wanted, to become everything you were meant to be. And trust me, what's ahead is worth it. You won't always feel this pain. One day, it will turn into wisdom. One day, the nights that broke you will become the stories that inspire others. One day, you'll look back and realize that the mountain you climbed made you who you are. That every tear, every scar, every sleepless night built your strength. You'll still remember the people you lost, the dreams that died, the love that faded, but it won't crush you anymore. It'll shape you, guide you, teach you. You are not broken. You are becoming. There's a fire inside you, even if it's small right now, even if it flickers in the wind, it's still burning, and it's enough to light your way. Don't let this world dim that fire. Keep going, even when it's slow, even when it hurts, even when you don't know what's next. Just one more step, and when you get tired, rest, but don't quit. Rest is part of the journey. Even warriors need time to breathe. One day you'll meet someone who looks at you and sees the strength you tried to hide. Someone who understands the silence in your eyes. Someone who doesn't run when the storm hits, but stands beside you, shoulder to shoulder. Until then, be that person for yourself. You've come too far to give up now. Too many nights spent battling demons just to let them win. Too much pain turned into power just to throw it all away. So when the road gets dark, and it will remember why you started, remember the people you fight for, the dreams you hold close, the younger version of you who prayed for the strength you have now. You are not alone, even when it feels like it. Even when no one reaches out, there are others walking their own silent battles, just like you. Fighting, breathing, hoping. We are all connected by pain, and we are all lifted by hope. So lift your head, stand tall, let the scars show. They are not signs of weakness, they are proof you survived. Keep walking, because what's ahead is brighter than you can imagine. Because your story isn't over yet. Because you have more strength in your soul than you've ever known. And one day, someone will hear your story and say, because of you, I didn't give up. That's why you keep going. That's why you never stop. I'll carry the fire until the very end. Carry the fire until the very end.